What's up, everybody, and welcome to my cheat sheet video. This is the first time doing this, so bear with me here. But we made a really nice cheat sheet for you guys, lots of great information. If you want this cheat sheet, which I would recommend taking a look at, best way to reach me is on Twitter, nut_DFS, NUT_DFS. I can get back to you right away. DM me, tweet at me, I'll get at you, and I'll send you the cheat sheet. Or you can comment below, comment your email, I'll send it to you from there. If you have any questions about the cheat sheet, you can find me on Twitter. You can ask me in the comments. I'll be happy to answer those. But before we get into the cheat sheet, if you could like this video and subscribe, that'd be awesome. And also, I will be posting a video on my channel, just further going over my plays, a nice slideshow I put together for you guys. I'll be putting the link in the comments. But let's dive into this. So I ranked them into ranges: 10,000 plus range, a 9,000 range, an 8,000 range, a 7,000 range, and a 6,000 range, like a punt range. I'll go over my rankings in a second, but let's go over these. We got the golfer info, the rank, the name, the price, the odds, average DraftKings points. And if you see a star next to the stat, that means it's really important this week, so you're going to want to look at those closely. Average strokes gained off the tee, total strokes gained off the tee, average strokes gained putting, important this week, total strokes gained putting, average strokes gained approaching the green, total strokes gained approaching the green, average strokes gained around the green, total strokes gained around the green, average driving distance, driving accuracy, important this week, good drive percentage, overall putt average, birdie or better conversion rate, and then your putting stats got inside 10 feet, 10 to 15 feet, 15 to 20, and greater than 20. And then your greens and regulation percentage, proximity, important this week. Par 3 average, par 4 average, important this week. Par 5 average, and birdie or better, which is also important, has a star next to that. I'm not going to go over each golfer and their individual stats. You guys can look at that. You guys can get the cheat sheet and look at that your guys yourselves. I'm not going to, it's going to take forever to go over each golfer one by one. But I do have my ranks, and I rank them based off the stats, their history, and their current form. You guys can look at that on your own as well. If it says GPP, I won't be playing them, but they're not awful plays. They're just not my player pool. I'd like to limit my player pool to around 20 to 25 players. I usually do the 20 max. If there's an X, I'm totally fading them. They're not really good plays. And there's some punts there for you guys. So let's go further into that, into my targets. In the 10,000 range, Jon Rahm, 11,200. I'm actually picking him to win. He didn't do too well last week. He finished like 80th, but that's okay. Maybe a lot of people will be off him because of that. But he ranks out great here. And it was between him and Rose, really. Rose did win last year. But their stats are pretty much almost the same. I just like Rahm a little better. And you get saved $200. But I will have a lot of Rahm and a lot of Rose. Fowler is another option in the 10,000 plus range. He's only 10,400, so you're saving some salary there. He ranks out pretty good, stat-wise. So I will have some Fowler. And it is really hard to play both Rahm and Rose. It isn't impossible, but you have to dig very deep down into the 6K range and early 700s. I probably won't be doing that. In the 9,000 range, Tony Finau, 9,600 is my favorite in the 9K range. It was really close between him and Casey. Casey can get you a top 3, or he can get you 80th place. But I do like him. He ranks out well this week. He did pretty decent last week, and I can see him probably getting a top 5, top 10. So I will have some Casey. And then Kistner, 9,200, pretty expensive for him, along with Poulter, 9,100. That's pretty expensive for both of them, but they do rank out very well in the stats, and I can see a top 15 from both of them. And then the 8K range, Scott Piercy ranks out very good here. 8,600 is expensive for him, but he's been playing really, really good lately. He has great form. I love Piercy. He's my number one play in the 8K range. And Joel Damon, I love Damon as well. I will have a lot of him. He ranks out very well. So does Kokrak and Sabatini. Kokrak is 8,900 though. I'd rather play Damon. And then Sabatini is 8,800. Probably the most expensive you'd ever see him. Usually you get him at like a really cheap price, but not this week, and for a good reason too. He ranks out very well here, and I think he's gonna have a great weekend for sure. 7,000 range. You got McDowell. He's my number one ranked. Answer: Jones, Stewart, Connors, Furyk, Vegas, and Knox. I like all these guys. I'll be using all of them. I like the top three the most. I will have a lot of Jones, Answer, McDowell. Those are definitely my favorite. Furyk, Vegas, Knox all have really good upside. And all these guys, again, they rank out very well at this course. All the stats line up. So I'm expecting them all to do pretty good. And then we have our 6,000 punts. Not much here in the 6,000s, really. Vaughn Taylor ranks out pretty good. Stefani ranks out pretty good. Shank has decent stats that we're looking for. But he's been playing really good. He's been a cut making machine lately, so I'm gonna stick with Shank. He actually won me a lot of money a couple weeks ago. 6,500. That's great. And then Ryan Armour ranks out okay here for 6,100. Just something to look at. You can save a lot of salary. He has a decent chance of making the cut. And then here are my strictly GPP plays. I will not be using these guys. They're not my player pool, but you guys can. They are okay plays, but more just like GPP plays. And then here's an example lineup: Justin Rose, Paul Casey, Joel Damon, Matt Jones, Answer, and Shank. You can mess around with that. You can change Rose to Rom. You can change Shank to like Vaughn Taylor. You guys can just mess around with that. I will be doing 20 max, so I'm gonna mix and match all these guys and make lineups. But so that's about it. So now I'm gonna go over my cash game lock, and that's gonna be Joel Damon. Ranks out very well here. He's only 8,200. You can easily fit him in your lineups. So I'm gonna have a lot of Joel Damon. Probably over 50%, which is high, but I do think he makes a cut. I do think he does good. So that's my cash game lock. And next we're gonna go over my golfer that I think is gonna be most overweight in GPP, and I'm gonna say Paul Casey. Ranks out very well here. I think a lot of people are gonna be on him. He's only 9,300, and I think he can do better than some of the guys that are priced above him. So I'm thinking Casey. Yeah, probably Casey for sure. Okay, and then the golfer below 7K, I'm most confident to make the cut. I'm going to have to say probably Vaughn Taylor. He ranks out the best. He's only 6,700. Stefani has a good chance of making the cut also, but I'm going to go Taylor for the best chance of making the cut for under 7,000. Shank and Armour a little iffy. So I wouldn't go too heavy on Shank and Armour, but especially Armour. I do expect Shank to make the cut though. And then the three highest owned golfers. Probably Casey, probably Rose, and then maybe Sabatini. I don't know. Yeah, they're probably gonna be pretty high owned. Even though Sabatini's price is really high, but he does rank out really great here. Well, that's about it, guys. If you have any questions, comment below. You can find me on Twitter, nut_DFS. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Any questions about the cheat sheet or lineup construction, anything, just ask me. If you want the cheat sheet, again, hit me up on Twitter, hit me up in the comments. Like this video, subscribe, and if there's anything you guys want to see change, just let me know. Any stats you want to add, let me know. This is the first video. Hopefully make more every week. And let's win some money this week, guys.